In today's video, we're going to talk about something really important. We're going to talk about memory and how to hack it. So let's begin by appreciating memory. Memory has a very important role when it comes to productivity and performance, more than you think. A good memory helps us recall important information. It also helps us make better decisions. It helps us learn new skills, improve on task management, and even helps us solve problems efficiently. For example, in the workplace, if you have a good working memory, it can help you remember important deadlines, client information, or some notes from the meeting. On the other hand, if you have a poor memory, this can lead to forgetfulness, it could lead to mistakes, it could lead to missed deadlines, and all of that will eventually catch up to you and affect your performance and productivity negatively. This is especially true when we as a whole species are under stress. Working at a high pressure job or task, it can really impair our memories because stress impairs our memory and it makes it much harder for us to recall information, which can lead to decreased productivity and performance. Therefore, if you find ways to improve your memory, that can really help you out. Let's take a little bit further and let's bring on neuroscience to help us, because neuroscience usually has a lot of tricks to improve our memory. One such trick is to increase long-term potentiation, which actually strengthens the neurons and the synapses in the region of the brain that actually are involved with affecting memory, like the hippocampus. Here are some science-backed ways that can help you hack that long-term potentiation and improve your memory. The first one is cinnamon. This is a sweet spice and has been shown to improve memories and cognitive function in most animal studies. The next one is meditation. Regular meditation is linked to an increase in gray matter density in the hippocampus, which is associated with better memory. Then caffeine, your morning cup of coffee, can actually help you improve your memory consolidation according to research. Then is something controversial but my favorite, microdosing on nicotine. In small doses, nicotine has shown to improve working memory, cognitive function, and in some studies, it has shown to boost performance as well. Make sure you don't smoke it. Get pharmaceutical grade nicotine, microdose it with a spray or a lozenge or gum. The next one is magnesium. This mineral is extremely essential for healthy functioning of neurons, has been linked to improve memory and learning. The next one is a plant extract. Maybe you've heard of it before. It's called foxcolin. Foxcolin has shown to improve memory and cognitive function in animal models. The next, let's bring on some biohacking and tech. Transcranial direct stimulation, or often known as TDCS. This is a non-invasive stimulation of the brain, and this has really shown in research to enhance memory consolidation. Then we have something else. It's called repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation. Yeah, I don't know why these words are so long, but that's just the way science uses them. This is also another non-invasive way that you can play around with if you are into the biohacking scene. The next one is an amino acid. It's called L-tyrosine. L-tyrosine is a precursor to dopamine, which is involved in memory formation. Some studies also suggest that taking L-tyrosine supplements can help improve memory, but in certain situations. Then we look at the Ayurvedic science, the ancient science of things, and we look at turmeric. This spice contains a compound called curcumin, and curcumin has been shown to increase memory and cognitive function in many studies. Then let's move on to exercise. The kind of exercise that science says is really good for memory is high intensity interval training. This type of exercise has been linked to increase in the gray matter density in the hippocampus, and it eventually helps you improve your memory. Then let's look at some other movement practice like yoga. Regular yoga practice has been linked to increase in gray matter density in the hippocampus, and it improves memory. Then is creatine. Now, creatine is an amino acid which is involved in most energy production, especially in the body and even in the brain, and can help you with cognitive function and memory. The next one is music. There are many kinds of music, but there is something called tonal music. Now, some studies suggest that listening to tonal music, this could be like classical music or ambient music, it can improve memory and cognitive function. To do this, just go on YouTube and look for tonal music for memory. The next one is something that you can do on your phone or your iPad. It's memory training. And these days, there are a lot of these memory training apps and games, and these have been designed in a scientific way to improve your memory. So if you think your memory needs a little bit of boost, try incorporating some of these science-backed methods in your routine, and I promise you will see a difference. Did you guys know that sitting for extended periods of time can be as harmful to your health as smoking? Yep. That's what they say, sitting is the new smoking. In fact, there are studies that show that individuals who sit more than 30 minutes at a time have a 55% higher risk at dying than those who do not. And prolonged sitting can lead to many problems in your life. It could lead to obesity, diabetes, heart diseases, in extreme scenarios, even cancer. And it just doesn't lead to diseases. It can affect your mood, it can affect your focus, it can affect your sleep quality. When we sit for long periods of time, we are actually putting a lot of pressure on the nerves and the blood vessels. You see, even if you slightly touch a vein on a place like the back of your hand, it could cause the blood vessels to be blocked. This is why it's essential to spend more time standing throughout the day. One way to do this is by investing in a standing desk, which allows you to adjust the height of your desk so you can work while you're standing, and then you can sit down for a bit and then stand back up again. What I like to tell people is start with 30 minutes of standing for every hour of sitting. And then once you get better at it, you can achieve a 1-to-1 ratio. And it's also important for you not to sit cross-legged. So if you're sitting down, don't sit cross-legged, because that will reduce blood circulation and it increases blood pressure. So try avoiding that at all costs. Like I mentioned before, sitting is the new smoking, but without that cool factor. And it's not just bad for your health, but it's also bad for your life and for your mood. So don't be a chair potato. Instead, stand up, stretch, get yourself a standing desk, and look at your productivity increase. If you're looking for a chair specifically, there's a specific kind of chair. It's called a saddle chair, and it's like a revolutionary seat. It has a tremendous impact on men's health, especially because what happens is, as men, when we sit down, the chair on normal chairs, it places a lot of pressure on something called as the prudental vein. Yep. The prudental vein is located in the genital area, and this results in less pressure on the penis and on the testicles, which can improve fertility, reduce your risk of testicular cancer, impotence, erectile dysfunctioning. When standing, I also hardly recommend that you invest in a anti-fatigue mat, which you can put under your feet. And what happens is, this mat helps you reduce pressure on your knees and makes standing for longer periods of time much easier. In addition to all of this, standing also helps lower your blood glucose levels, especially after a food or a meal. When you stand, here's the coolest part. When you're standing, right, your heartbeat increases by 10 beats per minute, which results in an average of 50 calories per hour. So if you stand for at least 3 hours per day, you're going to be burning an additional 150 calories per day, which in a week adds up to 750 calories or 3000 calories per month. This means if you're standing up 3 hours a day, you can burn up to 30,000 calories in a year, which is approximately running 10 marathons or burning 8 pounds of fat. It's that simple. You make this small change in your life and it can make a very big impact on you.